Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy Handyman, and welcome back to another project run through. And today we're out with customers in the Canton area and just running through their home. A bunch of miscellaneous stuff that we'll go through. We're kind of making a hit list of what they need to do. The house is in generally pretty good shape. It's stuff that you'll see again and again on our videos. So on this front left window, it's kind of hard to see it at this angle, but the bottom board right here, the bottom brick mold, if you put your hand on it, you put your hand right through, right around in this area right here. Wherever you see that divot or indentation, it just lets you know that it's rotted. So we'll repair that piece. Unlike a lot of companies, we don't sell vinyl replacement trim. You don't want maintenance-free anything on your house, and if someone tries to sell you that, just walk away. You want to use wood like this, and if it's back primed and sealed on all edges, it'll never go bad, it'll never rot, and that's how we do it. So unlike most of the companies that are out here, we don't sell vinyl trim. And really, wooden trim on your house is a sacrificial piece of wood. So you want to know if the caulk ever fails and that piece rots, where it's $100 or $120 repair. If it was vinyl or hardy board as a trim and it never goes bad, to let you know and draw your eye to it that it's a problem, it's going to be many, many years, and the siding's going to be falling off the house before you realize you have an issue. This is not hardy plank siding. This is Nichi siding, and we'll show you in a minute why. There's nothing defective about Nichi siding. It just shouldn't be used in areas that are prone to a lot of water, like on dormers or along roof lines or chimneys, because it'll delaminate. We'll show you that in a second. On her house, she doesn't have to paint for a while. When the boys come out, they're going to try to catch some of this caulk around the windows and doors, like in these areas that have never been caulked and sealed. So every time the water gets in around these garage doors, like here, it's actually getting in there and starting to rot the wood at the bottom, this inside corner right here. And she's got some rot around the front door, those kinds of things. The gutters are completely clogged, and you see the water coming off the top. She's got screens on these gutters that really need to be taken down and just clean the gutters 2 or 3 times a year. We do that as well, and when the guys come out to clean the gutters, then they're catching other issues that may go on with the house. This side of the house, the only issue we have here, and it's gonna be hard to see it, but this left inside frame and the door is rotted. The rest of the trim here is good. The right rear corner at the rear, the facing the soffit is rotted, and we'll show you that when we come swinging around. And she can do this, so like a lot of our customers, we bid this stuff in stages, so she can do the project however she wants to. At the front deck, we can pressure wash this, restain the treads and the landing, and then repaint the rail when she's ready to do that. This window right here, this trim needs to be caulked and primed and repainted all the way around. And you can see where someone before us put Bondo on either side of these door frames so they know how to fix it. It was caulked properly. You can see around the edges of the side light here, it's just starting to rot. So when you see black on your house, it's going to cost you money. Every time this house has been painted right through here, see that black line? They never caulked it. So we'll caulk it and repaint the side lights, repaint the trim around this window, and they'll be fine here. The boys need to go ahead and cut this rod out on either side of the front door with a 2x2 custom piece that'll be back primed and sealed all the way around so it won't rot. And when you get over to the bay is taking a lot more abuse. So again, you can see this wrinkling in this brick mold right here. See the wrinkling? That's what I'm talking about. So it wasn't ever caulked and sealed properly, and the wood was only painted where you see it instead of being back primed and sealed. When you see that wrinkle, it just lets you know it's rotted. So we'll replace the bottom piece all the way across, and we'll piece in the left molding. We won't replace the whole stick. This right side one just needs to be caulked and repainted. This window on the left side of the bay, it's the bottom piece will be replaced and the left corner repaired, and then repaint that as well. On the front of that bay, I thought we had a little rot. I've gone through this so many times, it's hard to keep it all in my head. So this bottom piece is rotted out. We'll go ahead and pull it and reframe and repair this area. At the right panel, it's the upper brick mold here. We'll go ahead and replace that whole piece. Just because it's rotted on this end. On the smaller pieces, we'll go ahead and just replace it without just repairing it. If it's a longer run, we'll just repair it. This upper window just needs to be painted and sealed. She's got a little bit of borer bee action on the trim. If you keep your trim freshly painted, the borer bees will stay away. And we have these little borer bee traps that we can install. But we'll caulk this fascia board here, and there's another one over here over the garage, just to seal it up so she doesn't have to repair those issues. When we get to the chimney, you'll see what we're talking about with the Nichi siding. If you look at the roof line right here, you can see where this siding is delaminating where it hits the roof. It just gets so much water that it just breaks down the siding. The rest of the siding is fine. She'll need to caulk and paint it at some point soon. We may want to tackle just repainting the chimney sometime, later in the season or next year. And then there's little dog-ear triangle that they put in here to build up the roof so it would drain water away from the chimney. That's rotted out, so we'll go ahead and repair that for her too. This right here is a 5/4 board, and you see where the caulk has failed all the way down this chimney. See the black line? Always look for black on your house. And when you get down here, I can put my hand, see it squeeze? I put my hand right through it, so it's all rotted at the bottom and it's soaked. I can literally, if you see my hand, see the wetness coming off of it? That's why. And so you've got the failed caulk line up the side. The guys can spot caulk it. And then when you get to the chimney here, you can see the widening in the siding, and that's what's doing it. If it sits in water like it is on this roof line right here, see this piece above the, try to zero in here for you a second. See that piece right there? See that hole? If you put your hand in there, all that siding is just crumbling. It's delaminating. So Nichi Honda siding is 5 layers of concrete aggregate, and James Hardy plank siding is 7. It's a different process, different product. There's nothing inherently defective about the siding. Builders and contractors use it just because it's a little cheaper. It's great on the side of the house. It's not so bad on the chimney. It's in areas like this that are prone to a lot of water exposure. The water sits against that edge. Probably if they back prime and sealed every side of the siding, it wouldn't delaminate, but that's the experience that we've had with it. And so that takes care of that chunk right there. On the chimney itself, as you go up this right corner board, you'll see the rot in it up there. Sorry, I'm squinting in the sun, but all that's rotted right there. So it's about 3-4 feet up at the top. We'll go ahead and fix that. And so we are one of the companies out here that always uses wooden trim, but it's back primed and sealed all the way around. And we just rather have it out there. For the most part, we offer a lifetime guarantee on this stuff. So anything that we replace, it's rotted, we'll come replace it again if we have to. This left rear corner, you see this time and time again. This soffit and fascia both need to be repaired. And it's because the gutters have screws in them. When we clean our gutters, we're going to need to seal the gutters. Whenever you see streaking across the front, as you see here on all the gutters, it means that the gutter screens aren't working, and probably this underground drain right here, this corrugated pipe, is clogged. We're going to try and just clear that out for right now. At this left rear window, we're going to repair the bottom brick mold in the right corner on the bottom and the right side. The deck is good old growth wood, so don't replace when your deck looks this bad. Just clean it up, restain it. I can't buy this hardness of wood anymore. The new pressure treated wood is not made the same way. At the rear door, someone made a poor repair of the brick mold here on the left, and the right side of the frame is rotted. Left and right's on this door. We can fix it, clean it up. This trim back here is all pretty decent shape. It looks like they replaced this bathroom window with an undersized window, and so my brother will have to somehow rework this brick mold up here to make it look better. It's not rotted, it's just a yucky job on the repair. At some point, whoever did these gutters, they sectionalized the gutter instead of running one entire piece. We'll seal the gutters all the way around, but at some point this gutter will need to be replaced. And then at the right rear corner, this fascia and soffit in this corner is rotted out as well. When you get up on the roof line, look for this in your house. If you look at these vent boots back here, they're all leaking. See the shadow to the left of the bottom of the boot? See how it's raised right there on all sides? It wasn't nailed and sealed properly, and they're all like that. So the boys will have to re-nail these boots and seal them down. Same with the furnace vent right here. Every time it rains, water's leaking into that decking and into the attic space. It takes a lot of water to really show up on your ceilings below, but what it's doing is every time it's raining, it's dry rotting out the decking in those areas, which is just going to lead to an expensive repair. So the whole stitch in time save 9 adage is really true, and that's what we try to excel at Handy Andy. You just have to be patient with us. We're running all over the bloody place. People get so mad at us because we can't get the bids out fast enough. When you see a bid from us, it's as detailed as these videos, and that's why people use us. And here's that right corner fascia right there. See it? You see where the gutter leaked, and you see all the rot right there. So the underside piece is the soffit. The piece that the gutter sits against is the fascia, and it's all caused by someone used a sectional corner. And this gutter, we have to trace this drain pipe right here and see where it's coming out, because I don't think it's draining. And you can see from the streaking and the rot that's in this area, the water's just coming over the top of it. And they've got the same thing on the soffit to the right of the chimney over there. So we pretty much do everything. Just be patient with us. You can reach us in the office at 770-912-2829. You can get me personally at 770-265-9017. I'm Andy with Handy Andy. I started this company 25 years ago. Hard to bloody believe. And we've been doing it ever since. It's my brother and myself. and about 30 guys running all over Metro Atlanta. If you got little stuff, look for Handy Andy On Demand. We just launched that business recently. Your customers will prepay for 2 hours of service time, and the guys come out prepared to do the work. Find us online at handyandyfixedit.xyz. I'll see you at the next house. Bye for now.